We're going.
All right, wet. 6 pieces wet. One's a little longer than the other, okay? This is my quickie basket that I like to do. I call it my scrap basket. Piece of twining, whatever thickness you prefer. I like a 01. Halfway point.
I got a super long one.
Okay. Crimp the end where you're going to fold it so it doesn't crack. Now, I do this in my hand too, but I'm going to do it on the table here. I bent these in half to find the halfway point. I can find the wrong and right side very easy myself, so that I don't have to do that, but I've had the wrong side up. You put 2 X'd. Now, 2 are going to hug this one. They're in an X.
And this is the wrong side up on all of them?
Wrong side up.
Okay.
I'm going to make 2 hug this one. And then I'm going to make the other 2 hug this one. Meaning, you know, right down alongside them like they're hugging them, okay? So now I have 6 of them laid out. One's a longer one. I take the piece of twining that I crimped, and I'm going to go under, not the top one, under one of the under ones, meaning one of the ones that's on the further on the bottom. Now, one of the biggest secrets to doing this is you don't want to force this down in here and try to get it as low as you can. You want to just take it out a little ways and make a really nice circle. And what I'm doing is this one goes behind the next one. You let go of that, pull it down in nice and tight, pick up the other one, and it goes behind the next one. And if you notice what I'm doing with my fingers, I'm keeping track of where I am by where my finger is. So this one's going to go behind this one. They timed me one time, and I did this basket in 20 minutes.
The twining at first drove me crazy.
Once you get the hang of this twining, it's really pretty cool. Because you don't even have to think about it. But basically what I'm doing is, the one that's on top, I'm taking behind the next one, pulling it down and in, letting go of that one, and picking up the one that was left behind that's on top again. Okay? And if you notice, I'm trying to keep a nice circle going here. You don't want it to be all lopsided. I keep straightening this apart too every so often. You have to pull it apart. But the one on top goes behind. The one on top goes behind. The one on top goes behind, all the way around, and now I'm going to adjust this to make it be that really nice circle that I want. Okay? And then I'm going to keep going. You keep going until your piece of twining runs out. I guess this is about, the twining is about 2 arms length. It should be a good size piece of twining. When I separate out my poundage of twining when I get it, I always pull out the longer pieces and keep them for projects like this. You don't want a short piece and have to add, because then it gets kind of messy. So this is the bottom to a doorknob, or if you want to make it bigger, it could be called a garlic basket. It's a very popular basket that I do when I do kids classes when I'm in the park, because you really don't need a table. I put it on the chair so that you could see, but you can actually hold this in your hand, and you don't need a table to do it. And if you think about it, when the Native Americans made baskets, they didn't have any tables. So I used to do this one a lot at powwows. And I liked a basket that I could make in about 20 minutes, because when I'm demonstrating the basketry, a lot of times people want to buy the basket that I have my hands on that I'm making. And so I can finish one very quickly and sell it. And that can be profitable. See how quickly I'm doing this?
Are you getting what she's saying too?
This is one of my favorite baskets. If you have colored twining, that's kind of cool too, because
that would look good.
then you can make it, yeah, you can make it a totally different color. And like I said, if you wanted to make it a garlic basket, you would go out a little bit further. But we're not going to do that today. We're just doing... Okay, now, I know Lisa wants to see this push that I do. This is what I do. I've kept a little bit, okay? I'm going to put the basket in my hand, and I'm just going to put my thumb here. I'm going to give a little bit of a push. Now, what that's done is that's created a bottom. So then I'm going to roll it over like this. Roll it over like this. It's kind of like an upstaking. This is kind of weird because now you've changed direction, but you're going to be on the outside, and you can actually pull this a little bit tight when you go behind and give a little bit of a tug. So when I go behind, I'm going to give a little bit of a tug. See what that's doing? That's making it stand up more for me. So I'll go behind, a little bit of a tug, go behind, and I'm just going to finish this out. And then, like I said, the really nice part about this basket is you don't need to add any ribs or anything, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to split one of these. That's not the longer one, that's for the handle. Okay, so I'm finishing this out. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to go on the one next to the long one, next to the handle, and I'm going to split that all the way down.
And you want it next to the handle so it'll be in the back?
Mm-hmm. Because you don't want that at the focal point, the front of your basket. I'll just snip these off too. I'm not going to play with them. I don't worry about tucking them because it's going to be in the inside of the basket. But then I go all the way down to there. Uh-oh, now I need... Let me reach back here in this mess. Okay. This is flat oval, but you could use just about anything. I'm going to taper this a little bit. And because I split that now, I have an uneven set of ribs, of steaks. I'm going to spray this. This should always be wet, right? This, whoop, 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 where'd you go? This is going to go into that split. All right? And then I'm just going to do what's called a continuous weave. Or some people call it a chase weave, because what's happening is it's just chasing itself around. But I'm not doing a start-stop. This is a continuous. So when I come here, I'm going to split this apart. Okay? And I'm going to do this like, tuck it down and in there. It does look better in the end. See how that's split up and even in further? That's okay. See it? It's split way up and in. And then you just put it on your knee and go like this.
Keep going.
And keep going.
Okay. Thanks, Mary.
You're welcome.
I'm Mary's husband.